Today, I want to talk to you about what I do for a living. Hi, I'm Charlie and I am a marketing designer. Marketing design is not something I ever heard talked about when I was learning design. It just wasn't a thing that was really discussed as an option. I sort of just stumbled into it, but it's turned out to be the perfect job for me. So I thought today I would tell you a bit about what it means to be a marketing designer and the skills that you need to be a good one, in case, I don't know, it might turn out to be the perfect job for you too. Now, I work as a marketing designer in-house, and by that I mean I work in-house for a company rather than at an agency dealing with a lot of different brands. I work with the same brand and the same company, and they're who hires me. I feel like being hired as a marketing designer, it's most common for that to happen and to be your title at a tech company. Just seems to be the way things go. Design teams at tech companies tend to be split into product design and marketing design. So the product design team work on the app or the software or whatever it is, and then marketing design handles all the other design related stuff. So you end up designing the marketing website, like the public facing front of the company, I suppose, emails, documents, swag, like when you make branded products and things, slide design, print materials, social media graphics, basically anything that goes along with marketing the company. As a marketing designer, you also end up being a caretaker of the brand of the company as well. It means taking care of the brand and making sure that it's represented in the right way and that everything that goes out that's design related to the public is all on brand. And I feel like being on brand could be another whole video in itself, but basically I mean that everything is unified and everything represents the brand values and the company values, and it all looks cohesive and like it came from the same place. Ideally, for being a marketing designer, you want to have multidisciplinary skills because that list I just mentioned included both digital and print design. Often designers can be really strong in print graphic design, but those skills don't translate directly to the web, so they end up being a lot weaker in the web design skill area. And I think in this day and age that web design skills are more important than print design skills for a marketing designer because so much of the marketing that tech companies do these days is digital. Your goal as a marketing designer is to communicate the brand values with everything that you do and think about the impression that your designs give to people looking at it. Your job is to make people love and respect the brand through everything you put out. And you also need to think about walking the user through a journey that eventually leads to them buying the product because you're designing marketing, right? That means you need to be thinking about the user at every single touch point. So when you're designing a new page for the marketing website, you need to be thinking about where the user is on their journey, what information they might have seen from us before, how they got to that site, etc. And all of those answers to those questions will feed into your design and the decisions that you make. Before I started filming this video, I asked on Twitter if anyone had any questions to do with marketing design that I should answer, and Renata asked a really good one. She asked how you measure success. And as a marketing designer, you tend to measure success through the website analytics and the actions that users take, as well as obviously the overall goal of how many more people are buying into the product. I found that overall being a marketing designer means asking a lot of questions. Unlike working at an agency or working freelance, you're not often given an actual brief when it comes to being an in-house marketing designer for the projects you work on. So a lot of what I do is asking people questions when they come to me with something that they need to happen. Often people will come to you with a solution. Say, for example, a colleague would come up and say, we need a landing page that says this specific thing because this is what's going to help us get more users. And instead of just going ahead and making that exactly as they've asked, I like to ask a lot of questions to make sure I get to the root of the problem and not just starting from the solution. So like, who is this page aimed at? Why are we making it? How are people going to find it? Are we just making it because perhaps one of our other pages isn't performing correctly and we think this is the fix when actually time might be better spent improving those other pages that we already have? Sometimes, often, in fact, the solution that someone came to you with is actually the right solution to solve the problem, but with design it's always important to start from the problem. And as a marketing designer, you're not often handed the problem, so you have to learn to ask a lot of questions to discover it. Asking a lot of questions also comes into play when you're being the caretaker of the brand, like I talked about, is also a part of the job. So say for example, when someone asks me for the logo, instead of just sending them the file blindly, I'll always ask them what they need it for, because I want to make sure that I'm across everywhere that's going out branded, and I want to make sure that I can run my design eye over it and check it. But also maybe there's a template that needs to be designed and they're putting things together themselves when actually I just need to design a template for them to use easily so they're not having to put the logo on things. Obviously, it would be a lot easier to just design the solution that someone comes to and send the logo file off when someone asks to it. But being a marketing designer also means caring a lot about the product or whatever it is that you're marketing for. and asking those questions and taking the time to do that because you care and because you want to do a good job. I absolutely love my job because I get to spend a lot of time doing web design, which is my main design passion, but I also get to do a lot of other fun things like event signage and cool graphics. There's always a lot going on. There's always an exciting new project on the horizon, and as an in-house designer, you can be the one to suggest projects as well if you're at the right company, which is really cool. I'm very pleased to have stumbled into this job because, like I said, I didn't really understand that it was a thing when I was studying design at university, so it's not what I went out looking for. So, I don't know. I hope you enjoyed hearing about it, and maybe it sounds like it might be the right thing for you too. Who knows? If you've got any more questions about it, please leave them down below in the comments because I can make many more videos on this topic and talk for a long time on it, but I thought that keep it to the basics for now would be good. Thank you for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and subscribe if you're new because I make new videos about design every single week and I think you will like them. And even if you've been subscribed for a while, I know that YouTube has been having a bit of a problem lately, so hit that little bell icon and you'll be notified every time I make a new video and they won't get missed in your subscription feed. Okay, I think that's all I have to say. Have a good day and I will see you next time. Bye.